Hello family, my pepper plants, they're doing excellent. It's crazy. I'm on this property search. I'm trying to find a home for them because, right now I'm doing mobile gardening. Maybe that can be my own creation, mobile gardening. But it's crazy. I actually talked to a truck driver via, what was it, TikTok? Via TikTok, and she grows a lot of plants in her truck. Her plants are her company. So it's not an uncommon thing. But these peppers, eventually I'm gonna have to get them in the ground. That's the reason why I'm hardcore with my property search. Also, the peppers, figuring things out as I go. Now these peppers, they were limping. They got beat up by hard rain, and they're coming back. They like the heat of the car. I got some tomato feed that I put in there, and I throw banana peels in there. I just listen to my plants. As far as nutrients go, if my plants start drooping or whatever, I listen to my plants, or I just do visuals. If they look like they're sick, I add nutrients. Like banana peels, kitchen scraps are like my top. How can I say it? That's what I go to for the most part. I try to stay natural as much as possible. I don't believe in a lot of synthetics. But if I gotta use synthetics, I will. So this mobile gardening thing, being that I gotta be on the road a lot, it's working out for me. It's a challenge, but I'm doing it. It's not a biggie. My property search thing, hopefully I can find some property pretty soon because they are getting pretty tall, especially these peppers. I put them outside. I usually rotate. I rotate between putting certain ones outside, and I also rotate between keeping certain ones in the containers. My containers, I keep water in them. And the plants, these peppers, they'll wick the water up and kind of self-water themselves. So that's where I'm at, guys. Mobile gardening, pretty much. I have a passion for gardening. I have a passion for plants. In a sense, they're my company. So, hadn't had a lot of good results with having human company. So, I just put my energy into these plants. That's where my energy goes, and I usually don't have a problem with the plants. As long as I take care of them, they're gonna give back to me. Like these, they're looking lovely. The other ones I got to bring up the par. The plants inside the vehicle, I had them at another location, and they got beat up by rain, heavy downpours of rain, and runoff, building runoff. So it is what it is. I'll get them back. In order for my plants to be resilient, I have to be resilient as well. So you guys enjoy the rest of your week, wherever you're at, weekend, whatever it is, and we'll keep you guys posted on my land search. My plans are get property and expand, grow sustainable food for whoever wants it. I like to put this stuff in the ground instead of growing it in containers because there's so much energy. Gaia has so much energy. If I put this stuff in the ground, it won't struggle. This Gaia has all the energy. It has all the free energy that's needed. It has I mean, and for the most part, if you find a good piece of property, it also has the nutrients that you need. For my land search, I'm looking for something that's good for ag, for growing produce. I don't mind a high water table. I don't want to be in a crazy flood zone. And of course, I want the access. I want to have decent access to my property. And at the same token, I'm looking for something that doesn't have the restrictions as well. I don't want something that's strictly residential. I want something that's unrestricted, and undeveloped. That's my search right now. So, I mean, there's a lot of property out there. You just sometimes it can be tricky. You gotta, with the financing and making sure it's been surveyed, a recent survey, not an old survey, something within a year. Making sure it's in the appropriate flood zone, it's not wetland. Check your high points, because sometimes you'll look at property, you go at it, and you'll look at another property that's adjacent to it, and it will be way higher, and your property will just hold the water for whoever built up right there beside you. So at the end of the day, it's probably better off just buying a lot of acreage, to be honest. That way nobody can plop up beside you and build higher, and you deal with all that kind of stuff. Or somebody plop up beside you, and I mean, as neighbors, as people, it is what it is. It's best just to get a lot of space. Do whatever you want to do. I don't care if it's ag, hunting, or if you just want to just escape. You know. Another thing too, property taxes. I take that into account. But your property taxes, at the same token, you can kind of write down your property taxes against your earned income. So a lot of things to think about. I mean, I'm not a big fan of spending money, but when it comes to property, I will spend money. I mean, it is what it is. We live in a world where it takes money to survive. So, but there's ways to maneuver. There's ways to get around being a slave. So, and we'll discuss those things as we go along. You guys have fun, and get with you later.